Well, hey everyone, as we enter into this new year together, we thought it'd be helpful to give you a little bit of an update on our capital campaign called Revise, Refresh, Renew, or R3 for short. We started it at the end of last year. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you want more detailed answers than the ones I'll give you today, you can check out our website, feumc.org/R3. We just put up a brand new frequently asked questions section. We've got some other sort of stuff up there, so you can check that out. At the end of last year, we asked a question, what's in this brick? And this brick is from the foundation of the very first church built by the people called Methodists in Fuquay Springs back in 1904. The building's not there anymore, but we snagged some bricks from it, thanks to David Knox. And in this brick, we recognize that there's more than just clay, right? Sand. There are hopes and dreams. When they laid those bricks, 120 years ago, they did so trusting that they were providing something for their families, for their kids, for their community that was going to be meaningful and worthwhile in the facilities that they were building, right? It wasn't the point or the purpose. It was what that building was going to facilitate. And so as we work on our facilities today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're putting our hopes and dreams, not about the building, but it's about the mission and ministry that it will facilitate or make possible, make easy for the next 120 years. And so we need to do some updates to our 20-year-plus-year-old building. And so we have one plan called Revise, Refresh, Renew with 11 projects that we'd like to pay for and complete in the next 2 years. And so you can read about all those projects on the website if you have specific questions, or you can grab a brochure in the lobby outside of our worship space. Here's the update, the first financial and the second process. Financial update first. We have both in hand, we have gifts that have already been given and gifts that have been promised. We have a total of almost $567,000, which is an incredible start. A huge thank you to everyone who's participated so far, who's been able to do that, to partner together to make this happen. That's 176 households, could be individuals, couples, or families. 176 households are a part of making that possible. Some who have already been able to make and fulfill their gift. Some who have made and are fulfilling a month at a time their gift. And so super thankful to everyone who's been a part of that. So huge thank you for leading the way. Of that, $285,000 or so is in hand. And you'll remember that we're not starting a project until we have enough in hand to pay for it, right? So we already have enough to start and finish project number 1, and we're about halfway through what we need for project number 2. Now, that leads me to my second point, which is where are we in the process? Because of how quickly we came out of the gate, we've already been able to start working with an architect. Tice Keister is our firm, and we just finished in January the conceptual design phase. So they've got our sketches. They've sketched it all out. We know what we want. Now what they got to do is take that and turn it into design documents for engineers to sign off on and for contractors to be hired so they can make proposals and things like that. So that's the phase that we're in now. And we would anticipate being able to break, not ground, but walls, being able to break walls just after Easter. So that's what we're gunning for. That's what we're excited about. We think that we can realize some pretty significant cost savings if we can do project 1, 2, and 3 together. If you add up their individual projections, it's like $580,000. So we've got a little bit of ways to go to make that possible, but we're going to head off in that direction, hoping that that may be true by the time we get to Easter. And then the fourth project that we've asked the architect to look at is our project number 6. So we may be able to get to a point where we can do all of them at the same time, but likely we'll do project 1 through 3, and then we'll come back and finish project 6 later in the year. So all those things are in the works. They're taking place. That's the combined classroom on the adult wing, the family bathroom, the combined children's wing room with some added storage, and then project number 6 is the ramp to get to the platform or stage in the centrum. So you can ask more questions about those if you've got questions about them on our website, feumc.org/R3. We are moving along. Huge thank you again. And if you haven't had a chance or you weren't able earlier to participate in this work, we'd love to invite you to be a part of it. This is going to take all of us, right? Some of the bigger gifts have started coming in, and that's awesome. We're going to finish this with smaller gifts. And so please don't feel like anything that you can do is insignificant. It's going to take all of us working hard over the next 2 years together to make this a possibility. This is an incredible start, and we're off and running. So lots to celebrate, and we'll have more updates coming as we go through February and stories from folks who'll be using these spaces and who are cheering for these spaces. So lots of great stuff to come. But thanks for listening for today. If you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.